Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from the first chapter of Mechanics of Materials by Hibbeler, and we need to determine the resultant internal loadings acting on section AA and the section BB. Each section passes through the center line at point C. So as we talked about, for internal loadings, we are referring to the normal force, where we show it with N, one shear force V, and one bending moment, which is M. And we have two sections that we need to do in this beam, AA and BB. And for both sections, we can either go with the, for example, if we do our cut in here or here, we can either go with the top part or going with the left side of our cut. We can see that we have two different supports at A and B. So A is the pin, which means we need to consider two component AX, AY. Let's just call our XY axis here. And at B, we have a rocker, which means we're going to have only a normal force applying to this. We can show it with NB or just B. So looks like that if we go with the top part of the beam is easier for us because we only have one unknown, but we need to figure out that unknown B at first. So what we are doing so far is that we draw the free body diagram for the entire beam. We're not at the section point yet. So this is our beam and we are showing all the external forces that we have. Basically let's just be consistent here. We're going to show this with Bx2, and we have this 5 kilonewtons that is applying on the beam. So again, because we are interested in Bx from our equilibrium equations, which are Fx equals 0, sum of all forces in y equals 0, and one moment. So it looks like if we just do the moment about point A, we're going to get rid of Ax and Ay. Remember, we have a sign convention, so that's going to give us Bx in one shot. So let's just figure it out. So the moment of Bx about A is going to be in this direction. So it's counterclockwise positive. Bx force and the distance, we're looking for the vertical distance to the line of action. So this is the distance that we're looking for. And basically we have this right triangle in here where the hypotenuse is 3 plus 3, so 6. And we also have the angle here 45 degrees, which means here we have 45 degrees. So that angle would be, as the distance that we are looking for would be 6, or the hypotenuse sine of 45 degrees or cosine of 45 degrees. It's the same value. And we also have the moment of 5 kilonewton. This one's, as we can see, is clockwise, so negative 5 times, again, vertical distance from A to the line of action, which is 3 plus 1.5, so 4.5 equals 0, and that's going to give us Bx. So basically we have a ratio where we have 5 times 4.5 in the numerator and 6 sine of 45 in the denominator. So the Bx will be 5.303 kilonewtons. And now that we have Bx, we can move on to our sections. Let's start with the AA first. I'll try to color code what I'm doing. So maybe orange for AA, and I'll do maybe green for AB. Okay, so that's the section that we're going to consider, and that's going to be our free body diagram. So let's just show our free body diagram here. And yeah, that's our cut. So we have the 5 kilonewtons here. We figure our Bx is 5.303 kilonewtons, and we can show our normal force and shearing force here. So normal force, let's just do maybe NA. We're gonna do the other one in NB and VB. So VA and one bending moment. Let's just show it with MA. So again, our equilibrium equations working here. What we can do, we can change our x and y in here. Let's just consider this as our x. Maybe let's do x prime here, just to differentiate it from the previous one. And this is going to be our y prime. And we know that this angle, the B with the beam, is also 45 degrees because this angle is 45 degrees. So here we have 45 degrees. So sum of all forces in x prime equals 0. We're gonna have NA in that direction, so positive. We have negative the x component of the 5.3. So first of all, it's negative. I'll put it in the previous line. So 303 cosine of 45 degrees equals 0. So the NA will be basically this times cosine of 45. And yeah, 3.75 kilonewtons. We didn't get negative sign, so that direction for NA, which we assumed at the beginning, is correct. Let's move on to sum of all forces in y prime direction. So we have VA negative, we have 5 kilonewtons also negative, and we have the y component, y prime component of this force, which we can see it's along the positive. So 5.303 this time sine of 45 degrees. Again, it doesn't matter, sine and cosine is the same value, so not that it makes that much difference. Equals 0. So our VA would be basically it's the same value, -2. So 5.303 sine of 45 degrees minus 5, that's going to give us 1.25 kilonewtons. Again, no negative sign. That shows that the direction for VA is correct. And last thing is our bending moment. So we can do sum of all moments about maybe I think it's easier to do it at this point. Yeah, so let's just do it about point B. Counterclockwise positive, so we don't need to deal with resolving that force. So we have the moment of 5 kilonewton, which is counterclockwise, so 5 times the distance is 1.5. We have the moment of MA, which we considered counterclockwise, so positive. And we also have the moment of VA. This one is clockwise, so it will be negative. VA is 1.25, and the distance is the length of that part of the beam, which is 1.5 plus 1.5, or 3. So equals 0. MA will be 5 times 1.5 minus 1.25 times 3. And yeah, the moment is going to be 3.75 kilonewton meter. And actually, if it goes on the other side, it will be negative. So there's a negative sign in here, and the moment is actually clockwise. So we can show it here. But because we define our sign convention here, this negative sign already shows the clockwise. So that was the A part. For the B part, let's just move on to a different color. So this will be our section. So we can see that the cross section is a bit different, and if that's the case, we're going to have different normal force and shearing force. So let's consider this. This is going to be our cut. Again, we have same BX 5.303 kilonewtons. Now this is going to be our normal force. We're going to call it NB. This one shearing force, VB, and one moment B, and we have that 5 kilonewtons as well. Again, this force is making 45 degrees here. So if that's 45 degrees, this angle right here would be also 45 degrees. For this one, we can just consider our normal x and y. So let's just do our x and this our y, or what we defined like earlier at the beginning of the question. So sum of all forces in x equals 0. We're going to have NB negative 5.303, and we have the x component of the 5 kilonewton, which is 5 cosine of 45 degrees. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this one. So our NB would be 5 cosine of 45 minus 5.303. And obviously this is going to be on the left side. If it goes on the other side, it will be positive. So 1.77 kilonewtons. So that's our NB. Let's do sum of all forces in y equals 0. So we have VB. We have the 5 this time sine of 45 degrees. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So VB will be 3.54 kilonewtons. And we didn't get negative sign, so that's correct. The direction is actually upward. So finding the moment, in here we can do the moment about point B this time, and counterclockwise positive, and this B is where the section is, so I called this one B. And in the previous part, this was A. And let's see what we have. So we have the moment of 5 kilonewton, which is clockwise, so -5 times the distance from that force to the section. It's 1.5, so 1.5, we have the moment of also the 5.303, which is counterclockwise, so positive 5.303, and the distance would be the vertical distance from B to the line of action, or this distance, and we know this is the length of 3 meters and the angle is 45 degrees, so that's going to be 3 sine of 45, so 3 sine of, and we also called our moment at B, which is the bending moment counterclockwise, so positive mb equals 0, and this is going to give us mb, which is 5 times 1.5 minus 5.303 times 3 sine of 45, and yeah, that's going to be 3.75, actually negative, and the negative, so kilonewton meter, and the negative sign shows that our assumption is not correct, so it's actually again clockwise. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this question. Hope everything is clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.